What's up, guys? It is John Muscarello from Side Hustle Experiment. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm a mid-six-figure reseller. I do online arbitrage, and I also sell books on Amazon, FBA, and Merchant Fulfilled. And on this channel, we talk about everything, how you can make money on Amazon. So if you're into that kind of stuff, please subscribe, like the video, share it. And in today's video, I'm going to go over, I have 3 or 4 things on this piece of paper. For if you're struggling to find products on online arbitrage, I'm going to go over 3 or 4 things that you could do to start finding products. Just a little background, I started online arbitrage seriously probably about 3 or 4 months ago. So I was definitely in the situation where I was really struggling to find products to sell on Amazon, getting really frustrated. So I'm going to go over some of the things I did to overcome this. Now, to be totally transparent, I am doing much better. I would like to be at the point where I have more product than I could buy. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting to the point where I could consistently spend about at least $500 a day. There are some days where I don't find anything, but now I'm starting to get some replens and everything. But these kind of 3 or 4 things that I'm going to talk about really help me get to that level. And I want to share those with you to help you out. So, number one thing is, and some of these things you're not going to want to hear because they might just be on you. It might just not, and this was the case for me. I'm not saying this to you, but so these things are pretty simple. It's just really taking a hard look in the mirror and making sure you're doing what you're supposed to. So number one is ask yourself, are you really putting the work in? For me, I wasn't. I have a bulk book business. I spend most of my time doing that. So I wanted results like I was seeing on Instagram or friends that do very well of mine on online arbitrage. I wanted their results, but they're doing it full time and I'm doing it part time. So I can't expect the same results from there. I would say 1.5 / number 2. How many times have you actually searched or did this search? For example, someone DM'd me on Instagram the other day. They said, I'm not finding anything on tactical arbitrage. And I asked them how many searches they've done, how much time have they spent on it, and they didn't write back. So I'm guessing maybe not that much. So for me, I would say you have to do it multiple times. You just can't do one tactical arbitrage search. By the way, there's a link in the bio if you want a free 14-day trial. You just can't do one search and say, oh, I didn't find anything. I don't know how to set the filters. I don't know the best way to do it. No, you have to do multiple searches. I did searches the first 5-10 times. I didn't find anything. Then I watched, some YouTube videos, talked to some people, and then I kind of got a little better at it. And then I kind of took what I learned, applied it, applied some different aspects from stuff that I know. And then magically I kind of started finding stuff using the software. I just got better at it. But if I was just tried it once or twice and was like, oh, this isn't working, then, of course it's not going to work. You're new at this. It has a learning curve, that software. And once you learn it, it could be really great. I'm no means an expert at this point, but I know much more than what I started with. Number 3, which I kind of touched on, is watch some YouTube videos. I find it super helpful. My friend Field of Profits, he does a lot of tactical arbitrage videos, and he'll do a lot of, hey, I'm setting up this search. I'm using these discounts or those discounts. I'm doing this because of XYZ. Seeing someone actually do the searches and run the searches is super helpful. I literally just did a video about this, doing a normal product search. So if you want to check that out, look on the channel for that. But seeing someone else do it, the obstacles that might come up for them, the settings they're checking, it's just really helpful to see someone else do it. And I feel like it's really hard to say you're not finding anything or say this isn't working if you haven't got educated in finding ways to search or just really in general learning about it. It's going to take time, guys. You're just not going to start to find piles and piles of products online instantly. It's going to take some time to get there. But definitely, YouTube is such a great resource for stuff like this. Literally, there's videos that are like 10-15 minutes that I've watched. I was like, oh wow, like I never knew that. I didn't know that button existed. Oh wow, like you could use that filter. I didn't realize that. And it's just these little tiny things that maybe on the surface you don't know, but then knowing them will make a huge difference at the end. Number three, what you could do, this is if you don't really have that much time, you can do a coaching call with someone. There are so many resellers out there and online arbitrage sellers that offer consulting. You could go on Instagram, you could find a lot of them. And yeah, you could just sign up for a coaching call. I actually signed up for a coaching call and I learned so much in 1 hour. I think it cost me $175. Um, it was so worth it. I came prepared with a list of questions and I just got them all answered in literally an hour. It would have took me probably 4 or 5 hours just to find out all the answers to those questions. I basically told the person what I was doing, what I was trying to do, what my goals are, what I was struggling with, and I solved a lot of those problems. And yeah, it made it super easy. I think when you talk to someone who does online arbitrage and the same thing as you, they're like, oh yeah, that's totally normal. That happens. This doesn't happen. You should try this. You should try that. It's just super helpful. So don't be afraid to spend a little money getting a coaching call early on because it will drastically help you and you can just get all your questions answered and have a resource in the future. Number four, which I'm kind of on the fence with, but it did help me at the start, is joining a leads list or a leads group or Discord that's paid that gives leads. This just really opens your eyes to other websites that you could shop on. There's so many websites I did not know of prior to signing up to the leads list. You'll see certain categories that do really well or that are unique. And also when you're doing lead lists, it's a great way to reverse search, which is basically if you find a profitable product, you could find the people who are selling those products, like other sellers on Amazon, and then click into their stores and see what else they are selling, which will get you more product leads. Obviously, if it's a good lead, that person should be selling some other profitable products, hopefully. So it's a great source. Not only do you get a leads emailed to you daily, but you could use them to find much, much more leads. These could be anywhere from $50 to $200 a month. I am in a $200 a month one that it's okay. I found some good stuff. It definitely pays for itself. I mean, you really only need one or two leads to do well to like break even on a group. And then I'm in a $50 group that I love. That is really awesome. So it just all depends on what you're trying to do. And yeah, I think those are kind of the four things that you really need to look at. If you're saying you can't find anything for online arbitrage, you have to assume, people are finding tons and tons of leads every single day. So it's not that there's nothing out there, it's that you're just, unfortunately, this might sound terrible, but you're just not good enough yet to be finding them consistently. And I struggle with this too, right? I'm trying to spend $1,000 every day and I don't hit that yet. I'm not good enough yet. But I'm getting better and better every day, especially as I'm starting to get replenishables. It's a lot easier to spend 1,000 if you could do like $300 or $400 in products you already know that sells, and it's just a long game. So let's just wrap it up real quick. So number one, ask yourself, are you really putting in the work? Are you really putting in the time and the effort? to find these things? Are you just trying it once or twice, or just doing one search and saying it's not working? It just takes time, effort, and just reps. Number two, watch some YouTube videos. Just see people how they're searching. Number three, do a consulting or a coaching call with someone who is doing a really good job on online arbitrage. Get all your questions answered. And number four, join a leads list or Discord group. That will just kind of give you a little jump start and see what everyone else is selling. And there's sometimes, to some of them, there's, if it's a Discord, a community of other people you could talk to. So those are the four things if you're struggling to find leads. I hope you found that helpful. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you think, or any other tips you might want to leave that I missed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video.